everyone, I'm Carthu and welcome back to the dojo. Today, or tonight I should say, we have some very interesting news about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And by extension, Pokemon Go itself, as we've known for a very long time now that this game, these sets of games, would mark the first ever Pokemon revealed in not a main series Pokemon game. That's right, we finally have revealed that Pokemon. That Pokemon is supposed to be a unique mon, something that you couldn't get otherwise before or after, completely new, presumably to be added to the Gen 8 Pokedex. Or so we think. There's a lot of speculation flying around about this Pokemon because of all the rumors really, and no real concrete evidence supporting, well, anything. Now, I will say, if you are waiting to see this Pokemon, I obviously showed you a silhouette of it in the thumbnail. I apologize if you think that was too much of a spoiler. I don't think it is, because you just get a general idea. So, without further ado, if you do think this is a spoiler, if you do not want to see this Pokemon early, if you have any gripes whatsoever with seeing the Pokemon before the game comes out, do not leave me a nasty comment. I will give you a countdown till I show it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Alright, now, here he is. Boom, right on screen. Okay, so there's not a lot to dissect here, especially compared to the last Pokemon we got revealed. That, of course, being the mythical Pokemon, Zeraora. At least, I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Now, Zeraora is actually pretty complexly designed, has some interesting traits. Thunder Cat, which is a nice parallel to the Thunder Rat that is our mascot. And there's actually a lot of detail there that you can go into and explore, especially before he was revealed in, say, the anime and the games, which is going to be soon in America as far as I'm aware, and, you know, things like that. Whereas this guy, as you can see on screen, well, he's sort of like a ditto-y blob on the bottom, but gray. He's got this sort of golden, I can describe it no other way than a nut. You know, like the generic nuts and bolts that you would see in machinery and, say, fantasy, or even real life, to be honest. I don't know why I'm pretending nuts are a fantasy item. And then you have this sort of dark, I don't want to call it dark matter, because it's not what it is, some sort of dark ball floating around inside the middle of that nut that seems to be its eyeball, perhaps? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this thing is adorable. I think it is really, really cute. For the sake of what it is, too, which is probably some sort of steel type, maybe steel dark, it is extremely adorable. And the fact that this got revealed through us, through fault on Niantic's end in Pokemon Go, is actually extremely cool. I really like it when stuff like this gets out a bit early so we can speculate on it. Because speculation, for those of you who don't know, I have a main channel which focuses on Dragon Ball and other anime series, of course, but mostly Dragon Ball. And I speculate on that channel all the time. That's my favorite thing to do, especially with our new movie coming up for Dragon Ball. Don't want to get too far into it, but I like to speculate. Every new piece of information for that gives more speculation than it does give answers. And the same thing here, I'd rather not get the answers right away so we could have fun speculating and see who's right about things, learn how Nintendo does things in terms of hiding its secrets and in terms of its internal design philosophies as of now for, say, Pokemon, and determining types in the future and what they actually are more so in the future. It really helps you understand things further ahead, and that makes you able to basically know what they're doing ahead of time. If you can grasp it, of course. That's the hard part, and that's what I'm gonna try and do on this channel, is learn this side of the fence, the Pokemon side of the speculation fence. You know, I've been ragging on the games a bit, but let's not focus on that here, because my next video is going to be me ragging on these games again. Of course, I'm talking about Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. But let's not get into that now. Let's sort of enjoy this sort of positive thing, which is a new Pokemon. And I always love new Pokemon. It's probably the reason I still enjoy the franchise more than actually anything else. And this little guy, like I said, is adorable. Potential for evolution? Maybe, but since he's sort of this unique Pokemon, how would you evolve him in Pokemon Go, especially if that's the only place you'll have him? So, you're gonna evolve this guy somehow, even though you can only get him from your Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu games? That doesn't make quite enough sense to me to be true, but he does not look like a final evolution Pokemon, and it does seem weird to have him be so, well, small and cute and almost evolution looking, very similar to the Bronzong line, I like to think, or the Clank line. But general design, like I said, is adorable, does look like it could potentially evolve. And I'm gonna say right here, right now, my number one guess for the type that it can be is Dark Steel. The dark orb in the middle just feels so menacing to me. Even the dark gray body seems off for the normal color of the Steel type Pokemon line, which are usually in the blue shades, and just overall he looks a bit more dark to me. But that being said, I believe that Steel is a definite type. I don't think we're avoiding Steel here. I mean, he has a nut for a head, he looks like he's made out of liquid metal in general. I think there's almost a 0% chance that this Pokemon is not Steel type. Dark type, on the other hand, I'm gonna give it like a 75% chance. That's just because I really want it to be Dark Steel. I think that's a cool type combo. And I feel like it could be better utilized than the Bisharp line, perhaps. Now, that's not to say Bisharp isn't cool, but, you know, this little ooze boy, I really do love him. And by the way, the minute a plush or a figure, or both, comes out of this guy, I may have to get it right away, because I really do genuinely think this thing is adorable. Now, other than that, what are the other possible types? Of course, you can extrapolate potentially a magnetic field is going on of some sort, and that is because of the way the little orb floats in the middle of that nut, and you can maybe even go as far as to say because of the yellow around the nut, it's not really yellow, but it's yellowish, that this is in fact a Steel electric type, similar to, of course, the famous Magnemite line. Now, Steel electric doesn't excite me. It's, again, famous in the Magnemite line, and it just sort of seems like a generic combo at this point. Not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that it's boring. Now, is boring bad? Not necessarily, at least it's a balanced type, or should be. But really overall, I do think that the electric type is the next best possibility, just based on what I see on screen. After that, you can maybe imply Ghost, you can maybe imply Psychic, again for the similar reason of the floating orb. Ghost more so than Psychic because of the coloring, but that's really all I can get from this. Other typings, Fairy doesn't fit, Dragon doesn't fit. Ice doesn't fit, Ground, Rock, nope. Grass, Water, Fire, nope. I mean, is there anything else? Fighting? Yeah, how could I forget fighting? I love fighting type Pokemon. But yeah, there's really nothing else you could pull out of this one. Unfortunately, guys, I think there's a decent chance it could be Steel Electric, but I'm holding out hope for the Steel Dark type, as I still think that's my number one choice. If it is Steel Electric, a little bit disappointed, but still love the cute design of this guy. Now, I do want to note that this is not final. It's not something that's released to us. It's something that we are finding on the back end of the Pokemon Go game. It is not a Pokemon that is 100% finalized as far as we know. It could change. In any capacity, it could change. For all we know, this is Nintendo, Niantic, Pokemon Company, Game Freak, whoever, trolling us hardcore with this fake Pokemon that's very simplistic to how we took an intern minutes to design if you want to be like that and say it's like that. There could be more to this design than we really are giving credit. But, you know, you could say this was designed simply by an intern right away just to prank the Pokemon community and see how gullible we are, because we are pretty gullible most of the time. We will happily scoop up this information right when it's given to us. So I do want to be transparent here and let you know that this Pokemon specifically may not be the Pokemon that we are awaiting. It could be something else, and it may not even be a Pokemon. It could just be a troll of some sort. We'll find out. But anyway, guys, this video is all just my opinion, and I of course want to hear your opinions as well. So go down that comment section, leave a counterpoint and opinion down below. Hit subscribe if you want more Pokemon and video game videos. Check out the Patreon if you really, really, really want to support me. But for now, guys, video outro.